All right, so I hope you can hear me now. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, good. So now let's just dive straight into it, all right? Uh, I guess people will join whenever they can. So we're looking out for potential opportunities on gold, and then we're going to check out on BTC, check out on JP, USD, check out on all pairs like that. So make sure you are paying attention here, right? So right now, as we all know, we have gold pretty much having to have created a certain amount of change of characters here, which is significant. And then we can see that I took out the significant low. But I would still say we've not had a significant change of character because this low here is still maintained. Okay. So the fact that this low is still maintained shows that price has not taken out any significant high, any significant origin for its higher high. Okay. So definitely this particular low here that price took out is just a break of structure, not a change of character. Okay, this year is just a break of structure, not necessarily a change of character. Okay, because price did not take out a low that created a significant high. Okay, so now this low here is what created this high. So for that reason, now we can see that price is now creating a form of a lower high, yeah, which then we'll be interested in because we've seen how the market is creating this particular reversal move, which is creating a low like this and then shooting to the upside, then creating a lower low, a higher low, and then we can see price pushing to the upside like that. So with this now, we just need to see a level of reversal and then price should pick up from there. But to be on the safe side, what I'm expecting on gold this week is we want to see a breakout of this region. If I'm going to be trading gold and then there's going to be anything I'm going to be doing before time, I mean before let's say before Wednesday, Thursday, I want to see price actually break above this region and I want to see price trade around here. So if I'm to trade right now, on the lower time frame, I'll just be risking less. Okay. And then for that reason, I would just want to consider using minimum lot size of like for low accounts, I'll be using 0.02, and then for larger account, I might just be using 0.05 or zero point 0.1, just depend. But once we break above here, then we can go in fully. We will know that price has created that momentum that we need. But let's do our weekly highs and weekly low analysis. Okay, let's do that. All right, good. So with this now, we can tell that the weekly candle, which was the previous week candle, ended bearish. Okay, so this way we have this here, then we have the low right here. Okay, so this being the low here, and then the high there for the weekly. Let's go for the previous day candle. Let's go for the previous day candle. So now with this now, we can now use the previous daily high and the previous daily low to look out for what we are expecting price to do. If we have a breakout of this daily high or one of them, then we can look out for what we can see potentially. Let me measure the weekly equilibrium. Yes, good. So let's quickly measure the weekly equilibrium. This is our weekly equilibrium. Good. So with that, we can measure our daily equilibrium as well. This red candle is a daily candle, so we want to mark this equilibrium as well right here. So with this now we can mark this point here. So good one. And then it shows that price is trading above the previous day equilibrium. And then upon open of the market, we can now then see some set of confirmations and so with this now, let's quickly label this line so that we know what we are doing whenever we come to the chart. So previous week high, that's previous week high. This year is the previous week equilibrium, previous week equilibrium. Pay attention to this side, you see the label in there. This year, previous day high, previous day high. This year we have the equilibrium as well, the previous day equilibrium. Then this year we have the previous day low. Then this year we have the previous week low as well, previous week low. So with this now, we just need to see price trade around any of these highs, and then we'll be able to make our decision off of that. But based on market structure on the lower time frame, let's use that as a very good POI. So if we look at for 15 minutes time frame, we can see that this year serves as our previous day low, and this year is our previous day high. And then for that reason, we can see that what we can see potentially around as about now is price is currently trading above the equilibrium. So there is a lot of tendency that price could shoot up, but we want to pay attention to what price is creating with the structure. So for this now, we have this particular low taken out, which then signifies a change of character there. So with this, we have a change of character signified in there. So we can also see that we have a break of structure also right here. So this definitely is more potential for a sell than a buy because we have these market structures showing a bearish move. Okay. So with this now, the only visible or the sensible entry that one can get would be because after this point here is a break of structure. This point is a break of structure. Now then this point here serves as a change of character. Now someone will ask me, why is this point a change of character? That's because this is the high. This high here created a significant what? A significant low. Can you see this? Created that low. Okay, so definitely that makes that particular high the one that we need. So in a sense, too, we could also take this as a change of character, though. Right from here to we could also change this as a change of character because this particular low is lower than this low as regards the week. Okay, but as regards the candlestick body, we could still count them in as what equal lows. Okay, we could still take two of them as equal lows, but um let's just leave it like this, or we could just make it change of character instead. See to see. So this way now, then this point will now be reconstructed, and then let's keep this as black. So with this now, we can now see that if you look at the particular candle that started this particular change of character, it is potentially within the range of the previous day low, and then that way we could potentially just wait for price to tap in here and then we see some shoot to the upside, or we could also look out for the other block right here. But a more sensible manner, in a more reasonable point of interest, we have a fair value gap sitting down right here. Okay, So this way, I believe that this particular entry here, if we are to take a buy from here this coming week, it's going to be a very good, a very sweet move. Okay, so if we could take a buy from here and then set our stop loss, then I'm looking for a recent low where we could keep our stop, because this particular low here, price could just want to weak us out and then just move our way. I know recently gold is very volatile, so one have to just give that breathing space. Else the market will just move without. So with this now, we have a fair value gap in place here. We have a FVG in place here, a fair value gap, and then if we are to consider our fee retracement, uh, we have price to be trading around the 176 mark, and then we could still see price trading around the 0.88 mark too as well. So one of those 2 points could give us that reversal that we need, and then or we could still see the reversal around the 1618 region. So from these 3 points of interest here, I'm looking out for a buy. So if price could tap into this FVG and then we see a reversal, a significant one, then we can potentially just take a buy. So I said the reason why we're not taking a buy right here is because we already have a change of character and we already have a lower low, okay, and then a significant break of structure is already formed right there. So we have to be able to consider the market structure to be able to make decisive decisions. So we don't just go blindly into the market. So this now we have 3 points of interest. This particular order block here, which also serves as OB slash what's it called now slash 0.618 fee retracement. Now then with that we have the FVG here with what's it called 0.786 fee retracement. Then below here we have the what's it called now the OB as well. We have the OB and then slash the what's it called the 0.0.886 fib retracement. Okay, so with this now I can delete my fib retracement and then just expect price to respect this analysis. So whatever happens, we just have to wait, put our hands like this and watch. But I believe that this could possibly be the move that we need for Monday. This is 700 pips. That's crazy. So let's just target 1:2. If we could get like this, I mean, very good trade. If we could get this 400 pips out of the market, very good. So let's just see how this plays out. Let's just see how this plays out. So the reason why my stop loss is below the previous day low is so that we have enough breathing space. Okay, so we have enough breathing space. So this is for XAU USD. Let's go to BTC USD. BTC is already moving. Same thing. Let's go to the weekly time frame. You just need to just keep repeating processes here, right? We just need to just keep repeating processes here. So now, with this year, we can potentially say that we are up on our initial analysis for the buy is still in play, and then you can see that previous week was bullish all through, so that gives us the rest assure that the assurity that that we are still bullish. It should close in the next 2 hours, and once that's closed, then automatically a new week candle will form, of course, and then that way we could still see some entries. But let's look out for how we could take more entries on BTC USD. So now we already know that we are bullish. Liquidity is already swept. We already have the push to the upside that we need. And then if we consider the daily candle, it is still reading, and then the weekly candle is still reading. So we just need to just consider some market structure. Just need to read certain things in the 15 minutes time frame, which is our entry point. Okay. So with this now, let me look for another BTC to use. Let me use Binance because I have an analysis on Binance. I have an analysis on Binance. Um, okay, so the analysis is out already. Come on, guys. Oh, my. So now, beautiful move here, beautiful trade I caught here on the BTC. Let's come back to what I was expecting. So now on the 15 minutes time frame, let's remove the drawing should be. Yeah, let's move it on. So we have a very clean slate here. So with this now, we can potentially look out for a possible reversal around the. Of course, we can see that we are currently trading at this particular high. So price is currently maintaining this other block here. We already grab liquidity at the top. We have a head and shoulder pattern formed already here. So there's possible reversal coming in soon. Let's look at it on the 30 minutes time frame. Good. So we swept liquidity at the top side of this particular resistance level, and then price looks like it wants to come down, of course, which is fine. But we need to know that if this particular support level is maintained, if this particular support level is maintained, because this support level was what led to this particular higher high. So we need to see this particular support level maintained, okay? And then for that reason now, we have to take our fib retracement, okay? We need to consider our fib retracement and then look out for possible points where we could see price reverse from again. So from here now, to the high. So we can look around the 0.618 region or the 0.786 or the exact order block that actually started this whole move, okay, which will be this candle right here. So if we pay attention to this particular candle here, there's a possibility that we might see some level of reversal from that point, or at most at, at most we could just have to have to draw this like this. If this particular fib fails, then we could actually see price reverse around this particular region again, because if price takes out this point, it shows only one thing. It shows our ABC pattern. If price takes out this point, then we could push to the upside. So this way now, we could see more moves. And then if this can literally happen, then we have a very, very beautiful trade to keep us pushing to the upside, because we need that reversal for us to make a decision off of this particular market. So with this now, we could just take our long here. Stop loss slightly below this low here. Then we could swing again regardless. We could also consider here, if this point fails, then we have this point to trust. So but I don't want to keep my stop here because of this low. I want to put my stop below this low here so that whatever is going to happen is going to happen. So without any further ado, I hope you already have the analysis on BTC already set. So we have two PO highs, one on 1 year. Okay, so let's see how this particular wants to play out right there. So now let's go into, whatever happens on BTC happens on other crypto assets. So I'm going to go to GBP USD again. Our last analysis didn't exactly play out as much as we wanted, but something interesting happened instead. Something interesting happened instead. Now, what happened instead was that price created a level of, it showed it is potentially in a downtrend. That's all the market did, and that alone is enough for us to really, look out for more selling opportunity on GBP USD. So with this now, if you mark the weekly high and weekly low, you will see that you are still up for more sales. Okay, for more sales. So you are looking for more sales here. The weekly high and low this year, highest point of the week. Then this year, lowest point of the week. Now with that, we can measure the equilibrium of that. So with this, we can have this here. Oh my God, what the fuck is this? Try making that well. Let's take our measure two again. Good. From this now, we have this here. So this is our weekly, previous week high, previous week low, and then previous week high. And then we have our previous week low and our equilibrium, previous week equilibrium as well. So I'm labeling this now. Previous week equilibrium. And then this year, we're making this as previous week low. Okay. So with this now, we can go ahead and then go into the daily time frame. Look for the previous day candle, which is Friday candle, and then do our analysis of it. But remember that we only want to look for selling opportunity. Okay, we just want to look for selling what opportunity. Okay, this is very nice. This also serves as our previous day low. So we need to put a slash on this here. Previous week low slash previous day low. So with this now, we have that this year is our previous day high. And then with this, we need to measure our equilibrium as well. And with this equilibrium, we can say the price is currently trading below the previous day equilibrium, which is what we see here. Okay, this is what is currently happening right now, previous day equilibrium. So now for GBP USD, of course, like I said, we're still looking out for a potential downtrend, but let's look at the market structure. Let's read the market structure based on breaker structures and change of characters and other things like that. So we've seen that what market did here was significant, in as much as it was creating lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and all. Then all of a sudden, we had market take out this particular high here, which then led to a change of character there. So we have a change of character seated there. And then with that now, we can see again that it took out this high as well. So this also is a significant break of structure, okay? Very obvious break of structure there. So looking at it again, we can see ourselves again coming down again to change character here again, because we literally took out this particular two lows that was created by these highs and these highs. So significantly, this point here again serves as a change of character. Now, all this now just shows that market is just playing around. We've not seen market taking out any significant high. Okay, I think I can see one here. This particular high here was what led to this down push. So, in a sense, we've changed character again from this point. We've changed character to the upside. You have to be able to pay attention to be able to see all these things clearly. Okay, you have to be able to pay attention to be able to see all these things clearly. So now, for this reason, now you can see that so far we've been having higher lows, higher high, higher low, and now price is currently doing this. Now, so there's a tendency that we might see some more longs, and then price might want to respect this particular change of character and the POS that already formed at the top here. Because one thing that signifies a change in trend is when price takes out a high, creates a change of character, and then significantly create a POS. Okay, so this particular move during CPI actually enabled that to happen. And then price came down again, change character. Now price is pushing back up again. Now it's creating changing character, and then it is creating higher highs and higher lows. So we might just look out for more buys when price trade above the previous day equilibrium. Then we can take a buy on GBP USD. But bearing in mind that the overall direction still signifies what? Sales. The overall direction still does signify sales. The overall direction still signifies sales because this year is a downtrend, a pure downtrend. Okay? Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Okay, so let's put that in mind. Let's put that in mind. Anyway, so with this, now just play it safe. Make sure you know that you just want to just know what you're doing before you execute or make any decision off of the market, and then you want to see certain level of confirmation and all of things like that. Same goes to Euro USD. We had a very, very good push on Euro USD last week. I caught a buy, and its stop loss took a sell, then it took a buy again. Take profit, two of them. One stop loss. Very good trade. So I'm going to be all about looking at Euro USD this week again. On Euro USD, looks like we're about to get the push to the upside. And then with that, now you can see, of course, that price has not significantly taken out this particular high here. But we could see that, last week I said that we should wait for price to take out this high before we then make a decision. But if that don't happen, then we just have to just work with what we have. And that is the fact that price is creating a higher low here. Okay, so this low is higher than this low. So this alone could mean that we are up for a push to the upside. Okay, now for that, without that, let's go into the daily highs and the daily lows and the weekly highs and the weekly lows. So I'm currently on the weekly time frame now, and I want to mark my weekly highs and weekly low. Previous week high, previous week low. I think this is previous week high. Previous day high. This year is previous day equilibrium. Previous day equilibrium. And then this year is your previous day low. So with this now, we can mark our equilibrium as well. Okay, so with this, we have our equilibrium close to the previous week, previous day equilibrium as well. So let's take this as previous week equilibrium. So it looks like that previous week equilibrium and previous day equilibrium will be solid. So let's go to the 15 minutes again and look for our potential entry. Okay, good. So with this now, we can automatically see that it looks like, of course, we are creating higher highs and higher lows. That's very interesting. So what this means is that we've automatically changed trend all the way from this point here. This was the change of character that led to the push that we are currently experiencing. As a price tagged into this fair value gap, respected it, and then since then we've been breaking structure to the upside, breaking structure to the upside, changing characters and breaking structure to the upside. But let's look at what we can see here. If we look at a trend line, we could potentially see something like this. This is serious. Okay, let's connect these two dots together. Then we can connect this. Yeah, good. This is perfect. Yeah. So now with this now, we can look out for some sort of support level where we could take a buy from, and then but I like this particular candle here. If we could see price trading too, but we just have to watch and wait for the market to just open up and do its thing, and then during the New York session we can take an opportunity anyway. So just waiting for price around the previous day equilibrium is being respected. There might be a push down from the previous day high, and then overall direction will still be that I'm expecting price to come to the previous week high. So if that can happen this week, that's good. That's good. That's good because we are having high highs and high lows. So if we get to the previous week high, that's good this week. So without any further ado, I hope you are enjoying this live session. So if you have any question for me, kindly go ahead and input it in the chat box. Or if you want me to actually analyze a particular pair for you, just go ahead and input it in the chat box. Let's go. There are only two people on this live right now. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so good evening, sir. Can you do an analysis on USD JPY? David Okafor, thank you very much for showing up on this live offering. I really need to appreciate your consistency and then showing up as much as I really need. I am so glad that you are actually this active. One day we should have a one-on-one session, and then I will just send me a DM. Let's lock that spot for you. You've shown consistency over board, and then that's like good. So yeah, I'm going to do an analysis on USD. I hope you heard me. Just send me a DM and then on WhatsApp, and then I'll be able to work that with you. Okay. So I'm going to do the analysis now on USD. So let's go ahead. USD JPY, good stuff. USD JPY. So USD JPY has been a little bit more tricky these days. I call this very nice buy here, and then boom, take profit. Very nice one. Caught it on Thursday, but before we take profit it was on Friday. And then CPI came in, and then everything just looked like it was going to go down. But we still maintain same downtrend, uptrend. I mean not downtrend. We're still shooting to the upside. So let's mark our weekly high and weekly low. This particular is the weekly low here. This year is the weekly high here. So with this now, price we might see a little bit of a reversal if price start on this weekly high, because price is very close to that weekly high. So you might see some sort of reversal. But this is the weekly equilibrium. So let's go to the daily time frame. You're welcome, David. You're welcome. Let's go to the daily time frame. So the daily time frame here we have this year as our previous day low, and then with that now you can see that it is maintaining the same previous week high slash previous day high as well. So that's very beautiful. This year previous day low, previous day low, and then this year is the equilibrium of the previous week equilibrium, and this year previous week low. So all the reasons why we do this. Oh, you're not seeing my chart. Whoa, 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 whoa. Seriously? Oh my god. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? So all I've marked is just the previous day high, previous week high. I hope you can see it now. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Okay, good, good. All right, good. All right, good. So with this now, I said that we have just marked out the previous week high. The previous week high is still maintaining the same thing as the previous day high. So with that now, we can potentially just watch how the market will play around during this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Good. So let's look out for it could be a reversal, a potential reversal into the previous day low, and then from there we see price, push to the upside, which would be very, very nice. But we've seen that even on the 4 hours here, we could already see that there is a very nice, change of character here. So with that, one could potentially just, CH to CH. So let's go to the 15 minutes. We're still pushing to the upside. We're still pushing to the upside. That's the main thing. We are still maintaining that push to the upside. So we need to just so I think we might have to wait. This will be the waiting game here. We have to wait for the market to give us another what's it called now? We need to see the market just create some sort of structure, because right now it is just trading within this range, right? And then if we look at it in a sense, we could see that it is respecting this trend line here. I hope you can see that. So there could be a potential or a point where price will break out of this trend line, and then this now forming a wedge. Okay, ignore this particular exhaustion. This is just an exhaustion to the downside. Okay, so with this now we could see price probably creating some sort of wedge like this. So this could be what it is creating pretty much. You just need to just pay attention to it. Okay, okay, I think I love this right now. Yes. So with this now, you have to be able to pay attention to where it is trading within, and then we need to see a breakout to one of these regions. So if we see a breakout, whoa, did you see that push? That just came out now. So, so this particular, if we see a breakout here, then we can buy to the upside. But you might want to take your profits at this particular previous week high, or if we see a breakout to the downside, if I want to wait for price to take out this particular equilibrium level, the previous day equilibrium, and then you want to see some sort of push to the downside. So I would arrange this particular thing as regards our expectations. GBP USD at the top, Euro USD as well, so that I'll be able to pay attention to these things and give you feedback on them. Okay, so you already see what you just have to just do is go ahead and repeat same thing on your own, and then just look out for how this will make sense to you. Okay, so but this is a lot compared to oh my god. Drawing trend lines can be a little bit tricky, so you need to be very, very careful with them. So it's looking like we had a breakout and a retest of this trend line. But we need to see price, we need to see price trade above it before we confirm or trade above the previous day high, then we buy from there, or trade below the previous day equilibrium, then we sell from there. Okay. But potentially, I would want us to still focus on the overall trend, which is bullish, right? So we need to still maintain that bullish move, okay, along the line. So I hope this is clear. Let me take a screenshot of this. USD JPY, we have this particular thing in place. So David, how this is clear to you? So any other pair you want me to focus on? Any other pair you want me to look out to? Any other pair you want me to look out for? All right, good stuff. Good stuff. You're welcome, David. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This year is a change of character, so I need to also state that out. This year is a very, very significant change of character, so you need to bear that in mind. So if we sell, all right, good. So reflect on it and then look out for. Whoa, okay. Can you see that push that is coming out right now? You see that push that just came out from the triangle that we had. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. And this push that just broke out of this candle right now. Wow. Wow. So we just need to wait, just to play the waiting game and then see how far this can go with us. Okay. Let's just play the waiting game and see how far this can go with us. So if there is no other comment or request, and then I will just end the live here. So just for a recap, we have XAU USD, we have what we're expecting on gold, we also have what we are expecting on GBP USD, and then EA USD. So we also have what we're expecting on, I think these are just the pairs. We also have what we're expecting on BTC USD as well. So we also have what we're expecting on BTC USD. So let me add a new BTC here. I can see these two grow. Okay, so let me delete one of this. Click asset and then add this BTC here. So we can watch them in. Okay, good. So price just respected the 0.382 region. Price tapped in and then bumped to the upside. Kind of respected this high as well. Kind of respected this high. But let's do it. Let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. This year is a bullish engulfing, and that could be a very good entry for a buy. I would like this is a very good entry for a buy. If the momentum is intact for you, this is like a very, very good momentum for a buy. Very, very good momentum for a buy. Interesting thing is it is over 60 pips. So that's a lot, quite a lot, but not too much. So I mean, it could be worth the risk though. If you consider 1:3, and then you could just sleep on it, guys, sleep on it. It's possible that this particular move is this is ready to move because of the way it reacted off of the 0.382 region. Let's see how it looks like on the 30 minutes time frame. 30 minutes time frame, we have 9 minutes to the close of that candle. on the 1 hour. I think we also have 9 minutes to the close of that candle. For the 2 hours too, we have 9 minutes, and the 4 hours too, we have 2 hours. Okay, good. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. This could be a tricky one. Could be a tricky one. Could be a tricky one. But anyways, let's just look out for everything that we've talked about, and then I can't wait to see you guys later. Okay. So make sure you enjoy the rest of your evening, and then for just I'm not going to explain this, but this is my analysis on US 30. So in case you're wondering, if you trade US 30, this is my analysis. This is what I expect this week. So whatever happens, happens. If it doesn't happen, then I just find another pair to look out for. Okay. So let's look out for all these things, and then you know what to do. Be safe, guys. Thank you very much for joining this live stream, and then peace. Thank you.